Good evening, traders. Zach here from the Trading Network. Hope you guys are doing well and that your week's going well. It is Wednesday, March 10th, and I have another daily market profile recap for you for both ES and NQ futures. All right, so getting into the key levels for ES, first and foremost, now that we're on the profile. First level was that 39.12 level. That was the range high from the March 1st session. We opened right around there, so that is why I was interested in that first and foremost. Second was the prior range high at 39.0125. We can see that level right there. That was also the value area high from yesterday, so two profile levels in one there. The third level was 38.9175, which was the prior point of control. I messed with my ticks per level setting on the profile a little bit today, so it's just 2 ticks off there. It was that 0.75 level earlier, but after I switched, it moved that level 2 ticks lower. So the next level I was looking at was the 38.8450 level, a very familiar level that we have been discussing throughout this week and even last week as well. You can see I have a box around that right there. And second to last was the overnight point of control. You can see the overnight POC and the settlement price were overlapping essentially today, and that was a major level that I was looking at to the downside if we could not hold that value area low from yesterday. So that was the second to last level, and last but not least was the overnight low way down here at 38.56, which we did not get anywhere near today. All right, so let us get into the summary here. You can see that the overnight inventory was balanced on ES, and it was also balanced on NQ. So you can see here's the settlement price for NQ, and we did have a slight imbalance to the downside, but for the most part it was balanced. Actually, what I will do is I'll quickly run through these key levels for NQ as well. So first and foremost, that first level was 13,179 that I was looking at on ES. That was the naked point of control, this level right here. You can see this point of control is from March 2nd, and it has not been touched in a regular trading hour session, leaving it naked, right? And when a naked POC is present, we have that level all the way touching the end of the chart, so it is very present because it is an important level to keep an eye out for. Second level for NQ that I was looking at was the 13,052 level. That was the range high right here from the March 3rd regular trading hour session. Third level was 12,964. 12,964 was the overnight low from that session right before that, March 2nd into March 3rd. Next level was the March 3rd point of control. That was 12,892. You can see that's this level right here. Same profile as this 1352 level, just the point of control from that session. Next level, second to last, was the overnight point of control from that most recent session, which was right at 12,753. That was right in this area. You can see if we move the chart a little bit, you can see I have this right in this area. The point of control actually shifted because we were pushing the highs, so the POC moved up by 2 points actually after I wrote this trade plan. Last but not least, I was looking at the overnight low, which was that 12,703 level. We can see that 12,703 level right here. And we got pretty close, but did not touch it today in the regular trading hour session, nor have we touched it in the current Globex session. All right, so getting into the pre-market analysis. Again, overnight inventory was balanced on both ES and NQ. And ES was looking to open inside of Tuesday's range and value at the time of me writing the trade plan. So you can see here that we did indeed open right around the range from yesterday and the value area. So if we look for O period, we can see O period is actually surprisingly on the point of control. So we opened within yesterday's range. Here's O period again, right at the overnight high. Within the value area, value is 39.01 to 38.79, so within value. And if we open within value, then we obviously have to open within range, and that is exactly what we did. So when we open within range and value, as you guys may know, once again, we are more likely to see, ranging price action, also known as bracketing price action. With that said, if we switch over to NQ, you can see that NQ actually opened with a gap up. So if I zoom in here, I'm probably going to have to zoom in quite a bit so we can find O period. And O period is all the way up here, right? So 12,967 is where O period is, and 12,867 is where the high of yesterday's regular trading hour session was. So we opened with a gap. we had a gap and go possibly in play, as you can see here. I'll read you guys this here. At the time of writing, NQ was 70 points above the high from yesterday, which means that we are likely to open with a gap to the upside. This means that a gap and go is in play for NQ. But we're more likely to see ranging price action on ES due to the open within range and value. With that said, there still has not been much directional conviction change as far as sentiment or other time frame player activity on ES. On NQ, buyers were in control at the open, but as we saw, they got pretty much sold off as soon as price opened, and we did not revisit those highs. We only kept those highs, or we held those highs for the opening 1 hour range or the initial balance. So if both ES and NQ continued the overnight trend to the upside and held the structure, I was going to look for a gap and go with NQ leading and seek long opportunity. Of course, that did not happen. We had a ton of chop and ranging price action. So with that said, today I will scroll down first and foremost before I get into this any deeper. So today I will again be looking at the prior range high from yesterday at 39.01 as the line in the sand level on ES. The line in the sand level for NQ that I was looking at was the current overnight high at 12.985. So you can see the overnight high actually pushed up to 12.993. So we did not even touch the overnight high after that printed at 12.993 on NQ. And you can see that the ES line in the sand, that 39.01 level, we got some better reaction to that prior high, and we ended up having our point of control right below that. So the ES profile was indeed a little bit more bullish, whereas the NQ profile got a pretty strong selling tail. We had poor structure up here. And when we have poor structure, especially on the overnight session and the regular trading hour session, this tells me that we are very likely to go up and revisit that structure and repair that structure, if you will, and build another or a better looking bell curve. So you see how we only have double prints here? This is weak structure right here. This is a lot of trading activity. This is a good looking bell curve, right? So when you see weak structure, the market tends to gravitate back towards these areas and fill those areas in. So with that said, you can see that we do have that naked POC up there, so that level is lurking quite a bit. All right, so my thought was if price could move and hold above those line and the same levels on open, I was going to look to take long opportunity towards 39.05, 39.12 and higher on ES, and 13.52, 13.109, and 13.139 on NQ. All profile levels from earlier in the week and last week. If we could not move and hold above those line in the sand levels, I would be looking for a price to rotate down into profile levels from yesterday and the day before and show us a very likely value area rotation, which is indeed what we got on both ES and NQ. So just for you guys that are not aware what a value area rotation is. A value area rotation is essentially when we revisit the value area from the previous session and we just rotate between, or we complete a rotation between the previous value area low and the previous value area high. So you can see here on NQ, that is exactly what we did. So we opened way up here, we got sold off, moved down to the value area low. You can see that today's low was right within 1 point on NQ of the value area low from yesterday. Right? So that is a very interesting level, and you can see the value area low from the overnight session where this profile starts to get darker, shaded. That's the value area low from the overnight. So this is a very important level here. If we can hold this 12.720 level, that is going to be a good support level, and we're likely going to, again, revisit these levels higher, and in my opinion, see a move into 13K and likely closer to 13.2K to touch that naked POC. So that is something that's very interesting to keep in mind, and you can see if I switch over to ES, hide these drawings real quick, I also can see here, here's our value area. We didn't get the full rotation, we got within 4 points of the low, but we got very, very close to doing that full rotation in the previous value area. So when we open within range and value, look for that value area rotation, and you'll very likely be able to take trades off of the value area low, back up to the value area high, or short the break of the value area high down to POC, watch reaction here, and then maybe down to that value area low even. So let's scroll down a little bit and we will look at the scenarios that I was thinking of. Upon open, I was looking to see, again, acceptance above the 3901 level and the 12985 level on ES and NQ respectively. If we could hold those levels, I was looking for move up into those profile levels from last week. And if we could not, I was looking for moves into profile levels from the 8th. Now, let's get into the targets. So we got a lot of targets, and you can see that we did have a good amount of targets hit today, really on both sides. So we had a lot of opportunity. So first and foremost, the upside targets that we got hit, we got 4 upside targets hit, starting with 3903 on ES. 3903, if we zoom out a little bit here, you can see this was the range high, a prior range high from the March 2nd session right here. I'll draw an arrow right there. So that was first upside target. Second upside target was 3906. That was the overnight high from the March 1st into March 2nd session, just right above that, and from the session prior to that as well. The third upside target was 3908. So I switched over to the weekly profile to show you guys the third upside target. The third upside target was 3908. This was the point of control from the week of February 8th, weekly point of control from the week of February 15th, and it was right around the value area high. You can see the value area high for this week is 3908.75, so it was right around that level as well. So that was the third upside target, and that was hit in the initial balance. And if we zoom in just a bit here, you can see that the fourth upside target that was hit was the 3912 level. 3912 level was actually ended up being right above today's initial balance high, and 3912 was the range high from the March 1st session. So that was not hit in the initial balance, but it was very, very close. We were 2 ticks away from hitting it in the first hour of the session, but we didn't end up moving up there and hitting it until very, very late in the session. I believe it was the last 30 minutes, last hour of the session. So if we move on, you can see that we did not hit the 3917 level. We did not hit 3921.25. So we got 4 out of 6 upside targets hit on ES, and to the downside, we got the 3891 level was hit. You can see that was the point of control from the March 9th session. That was yesterday's point of control. We also got the 3888.25 level hit. That was right here. That was the initial balance high from yesterday's regular trading hours session, 3888.25. And the third level that we got hit was the 3884.50 level. 3884.50 is a level that we've been talking about not only in a bunch of videos this week, but also in videos from last week as well. That was a super important level that we were struggling to get above. Now we've worked above it, and now today's low is 3883. Very interesting. That could be an important level for a support resistance flip. So keep that level on your charts. Make sure you're keeping an eye on it and watching price's reaction to that 3880 level. Very, very important, guys. So that was the last downside target to get hit. You can see the next target that I had was 3879. Following that was 3873, which was the overnight point of control here. Following that was 3856, which was the overnight low. So we had 3 out of 6 downside targets hit as well. And we will move on over to the NQ profile and check out these targets. So starting with the line in the sand for NQ. Line in the sand for NQ was 12,985. 12,985 was this level right here. It was right around the overnight high. It was the current overnight high when I made the trade plan. So if we go ahead and mark 12,985, you guys can see the area that I was looking at. It's basically right in between the overnight high and current day's high. And we could not, again, move and hold that level at all today. We didn't even push it in regular trading hour session. So with that, we did not have any upside targets hit. We didn't have 1352, 89, 13133, and etc. The rest of those targets not touched at all. All those downside targets, however, those are what got play today. You can see, awesomely enough, that we got nearly every downside target hit, and we had a quick flush, and with that, we had nearly every downside target hit in the first hour. So we had nearly 200 points of movement in the initial balance. With that said, the first downside target that was hit was 12,892. You can see that was the point of control, the naked point of control from this March 3rd session right here, and that was hit in the initial balance. So we got nearly a 100-point move to hit that first target off of the line in the sand, which is beautiful. Anybody who's even taken fractions of that move did very, very well today. Second downside target, 12,867. 12,867 was yesterday's range high. That is the March 9th range high on NQ, and that was as well hit in the initial balance, that opening 1 hour range. Third downside target was 12,826. 12,826 was also hit in the first hour, the initial balance. That was yesterday's point of control. The fourth downside target, 12,767, unfortunately not hit in the first hour, but most of the people in the private Discord, to be honest, that took these trades, they were done after the first hour. I mean, if you catch even a fraction, like I said, of 100 points, especially with multiple contracts, there's no need to continue to trade. Absolutely no need. However, if somebody came in late, you could still take advantage of these trade plans, still take advantage of these targets, and make out very, very well at the end of the day. So with that said, that 12,767 level, that was the initial balance high from that same session. Again, using a lot of targets from yesterday's profile because they are close and they are relevant. That next target was the 12,750 level. 12,750 was the overnight point of control. So we got all but the overnight low hit on the downside. So we got 5 out of 6 downside targets and a ton of opportunity on NQ. It's been absolutely incredible. If you guys watch my video that I posted for yesterday's session, just incredible opportunity. The price is moving so fast, it's so volatile. If you're able to use your edge, understand how auction theory is working, and use it to your advantage, you can get in, take your profit, get out, and be done in the first half hour. Be done in the first hour and make, when it comes down to it, this is kind of a tangent here, but when it comes down to it, you can lock in as much money in 5 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour by taking the right trades that it takes most people a full 8-hour day to work, a full 9 to 5 work day to earn that cash. Sometimes, you have the opportunity to make a monthly salary of, a 9 to 5 normal job, $20 an hour job in mere minutes with the kind of opportunity that you have. And it is, incredibly humbling, and it's important to stay humble when you're trading, especially something like NQ, because she giveth and she taketh away. You got to stay humble. You got to understand that the opportunity is there. Get in, take your profit, get out, and there's no need to continue to trade. You want to be a trader, that doesn't mean that you have to sit at the table, sit at the desk, hitting buttons all day. It's not necessary. Secure your profit when you got it. So that's my little NQ tangent, and just another little tangent, like I said in my last video, to really make you guys think about the opportunity at hand here. Especially if you're doing an evaluation, people want to size up, they want to put on multiple contracts, they want to see that P&L flash before their eyes, they want to go for the big numbers, they want to hit the grand slams, whatever. It's not a way to be sustainable unless you slowly build that confidence and build yourself to that level. So take advantage of the volatility, be smart, secure your profit, get out when you got it. So with that said, that takes care of the ES and NQ trade plans for today. I want to thank all of you guys very much for being a part of the trading network and taking the time to like, comment, and subscribe on these videos. It really does make a difference, and again, I greatly appreciate it. For those of you guys who want to learn more about what we do here at the Trading Network, please check out the links in the description below, where you can first and foremost find access to our free Facebook group, where I release these trade plans every day, Monday through Friday, right around 9:30 a.m. Eastern at New York Open. You can also find the tradingnetwork.io, which is our website, in the description below, where you can learn more about one-on-one mentorship with me. I offer 4-week programs, 10-week programs, and a few other varying lengths. These contain one-on-one Zoom sessions with me. You get direct access to me. We chat every day over Zoom. I go over your trades. I help you create a customized trade plan. You get access to all of my tools, my courses, my indicators, obviously my Discord group, and much more. In addition to the mentorship, you can find information on accessing the Trading Network proprietary indicator package, which you guys have seen in many of my videos, especially the scalping videos that are on my channel. In addition to the indicator package, you guys can purchase access to the Fundamentals of Futures Trading course and the FFT course bundles, which include the indicator package and lifetime Discord access. If you guys have any questions about anything we offer, if you have any questions about how to join the private Discord access, or if you just want to learn more about the trading network, feel free to hit us up here in the comments or shoot us a direct message on Facebook or Instagram. Our team is super responsive and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys again for taking the time. I appreciate you very much, and I will see you in the next video.